Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Snead's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He'll tuck it and run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
He was brought down by Griffin.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He may try and run for this. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. It's caught by Roberts. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. On second down, here's Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 37 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it, and the best part, they made it pay off.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Let's go, D. Check Mike 54.
On 1st down, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie is Phillip Lindsay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now a carry for Lindsay, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Here we go. Hey, hold on. 54. Mike 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Let's go.
throwing. Jones. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. Pump. Shit. Pump. Wait. Yo, I got him. That's me.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 11.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 3.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Check. Lucky.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. He may try and run for this. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Jackson's going to try the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So that'll back them up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jackson going to throw again. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. A 1st down carry for Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Rush in. Watch twist. Watch twist. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. Check, 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 check. Let's go. Come on.
Jackson being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Excellent work that time to get free. And for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
27-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd and 12, Jones escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check Mike, man, not. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check Mike, man, not. You get Rodney.
From the gun, Jones. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Jones throwing after the interception. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Watch the safety creep. Watch safety creep. Creep. He's creeping. Shoot. Echo. Shoot.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Let's set a tone.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on second down. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, his second sack of the night. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a second and long.
Check pass.
Here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Push him back. Push him back.
They go play action now. Jackson flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Griffin to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Brown. Give him 11 yards that time. On the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for. On both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You better be go.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on Jones. Hit, and the ball's held. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That's a touchdown right there.
And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
Derrick Henry. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS.
61. Match box. Right. Fast.
Now Jones. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jones on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Henry out of the pistol. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Off of play action, it's McSorley. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Back to throw. Jones. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here's McSorley to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check three. Check Leo. Now.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
All day, every day. Hey, Echo.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now he's forced out left. He's going to take off with it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Check 52's the mic. I'm scared. Ready?
Here's McSorley on first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.